And here we are, we're looking at Rhapsody at our home dock in Punta Gorda, Florida. And she's tied up, as you can see, at our dock. This is a picture of the bow. I'll show you the rigging. Up we go. And this is a sailboat designed to go across oceans. It is not designed to go around a triangle course in the harbour. It is 47,000 pounds weight loaded, and it is a proper sailing vessel. And it is fast, my wife wants me to add, and she does sail very fast. So this is Rhapsody from the dock, and I'm going to go up those steps in a moment and show you the deck. So this is a 1-minute video here. I'm going to say goodbye for now. Bye. So here we are looking at the stern of Rhapsody from our dock. Davits, and the solar panel mounting is being worked on, and the solar panel is down here. It's under a cover so it doesn't go crazy with the sun. And this is the stern of Rhapsody, and we're going to go aboard now and show you the deck and then down below. So bye for now. Gleaming, glistening in the sunshine. Florida sunshine is lovely, of course. So this little jobby here is the furling system, and it's on ratchet at the moment. You pick this up and put it over here. Now it's on free, and the sail will come out if you pull the out haul. You have to, after you've put the sail out, you put it back to ratchet. Then when you reef, the reef will not come out. And this stainless is fantastic. This is all new standing rigging, 2 years old, made by Foxes in Ipswich. That's the home base for Oyster, and there's the name. We love the name. I think my wife decided that she was okay with this boat because of the name. There's a new outhaul. There's lots of new running rigging. That continuous blue line, which has to be joined on the boat because it goes through lots of gear. That continuous blue line is brand new. We changed that, and it's got new sheets. So here we go. We're coming back now to the cockpit.
You have to go to the stern first.
Oh, I'm been told by my wife to go to the stern, so that's what I should do. Here's what I call the winch deck. Gleaming winches, beautiful. And all those winches were serviced before we left Mallorca by me. Up there along these beautiful teak decks. And you'll see I've tied up the jib sheets forward to keep the decks clear. I do that when we're at dock. Here you can see one of the features of the Oyster is the opening forward windows, which are extremely sturdy. I was not sure about that when I first bought the boat. Would they leak? Not at all. In 9,000 miles from Mallorca to Punta Gorda, and then up from Punta Gorda to Newport, Rhode Island, and back again, we saw no water come through anywhere on this boat. So self-tailing winches at the mast, and we do have in-mast furling. And Sanders Sails made these sails especially for the previous owner. They're the finest sail maker in the United Kingdom, if not the world, and they're perfect. So we're standing next to the staysail, looking at the baby stay there, and the two dorades, and all the lines at the mast base, and the new canvas down there. And I'm going to pan forward, and there's the base of the staysail. Here's a huge line locker there with sails and lines in it, and here is the bow. And you can see the stainless, 22 years old and like new. The quality of Oyster stainless is second to none. And we have a stainless chain. And if I take this off, we can have a look at the windlass, which of course is a reversing windlass. 2 buttons here. So we're going to go aft now. Here we are in the cockpit looking aft. We've got new bimini, cockpit table out, beautiful. The companionway entrance has been reconditioned. Brand new Dodger, clear as a bell, and even a viewing panel. And has a cover. Cover's not installed, but this allows you to pull out the sail and see what you're doing through the viewing panel in the top of the bimini, and a connecting panel to keep the splashes off if you're going against the waves. So we're going to go down below, and I'm going to stop the video so I can go down safely. So here we are in the main cabin, companionway steps, beautiful, and the nav station. And here is a lovely sofa with a truly luxurious table. I think Rolls-Royce was short of wood for their fascia boards.
Here, do you want me to...
And now we're going to show you how the table opens up. So this slides this way, that slides that way. All very clever, all very ingenious. And there you have a table.
Look at that.
Fit for a banquet.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay, so now I'm going to go forward. There is a fitted carpet here, and there is a fitted carpet for the main salon. We've just got a rug down now. You can see the lovely teak and holly sole. We're going forward into the forward cabin. And the forward cabin is the guest cabin here. It has a double Pullman berth here and a single berth here. There are lee cloths that go on those hooks. There's a hook up there and there's a hook up there. And you can see big wide shelves. We've got some spares in here. We're going to show you the ensuite head that goes with this forward cabin. This is the guest forward cabin, and there's the door into the forward head. And you will see this head has a combined shower. Here's the shower head up here, and lots of cupboards, electric head, solid towel rail, more cupboards here, beautifully done, hand basin, and a teak floor for the shower. So here is a view of the nav station. On the left we have the battery monitor that we installed, the Victron Energy battery monitor, which is Bluetooth compatible. We have the handheld long wire for autopilot down below. We have the tank tender, and here is the V&G radar screen, and I'll switch it to standby, and I'll switch to chart, and we should see on here where we are. There we are, and the little black triangles are all AIS signals. There, you can see them better now. And if I zoom out, you'll see that we're on the Gulf Coast of Florida, above Fort Myers and Lake Okeechobee, and there is Miami and Key West all the way down here. So that's the chart plotter at the nav station. There is a smaller version up top that repeats the radar and the chart plotter. And here is the depth sounder. This is a repeat, and if I hold the button here, it will light up. There's not much light here, and the depth sounder is showing. I have to wait for the lamps to go away. The depth sounder is actually reading 1.4 feet, but we can add to that almost 2 feet. So that's under the keel. So we have 3.2 feet under the keel right now here at our dock. And if I press this twice, 1, 2, there's the wind, and that should show, there you are, that's the wind speed at the top of the mast, 15 knots. It's quite windy from the south-southwest here today. And here is a view of the table and the open windows and the curtains. I have to mention the curtains because we have renovated those curtains. They were pretty moldy. There are no longer any mold on those curtains, on those drapes. And you can see all of these lights that you can see on, they're all LED lights, which means they're not using hardly any juice at all. There's a new smart TV over here. There's very smart JBL speakers up here, 2 of them, and there's a triple time, and the middle one is the pressure, and the last one is something I've never understood, something about relative humidity. So here is our double sink, and it has 3 faucets. The one on center, closest to the center of the boat, that is fresh water through double filters. This is the regular fresh water, and this is the salt water we added to cross the Atlantic. Very useful. And that comes through a seed strainer, and it is forward, so it picks up clean water. And here we have some dishes, the Oyster dishes. And there's a whole set of those up in here. And of course, my wife wants to tell you, of course, they're Wedgwood. What else would they be? Bye-bye. So we're in the main cabin. Here's the companionway. We're going into the galley, and inboard of the galley is the engine room. I'm going to show you the inside of the engine room. This is the aft end of the engine room, and I'll put that hook there to hold the door. And this is the new Kohler generator, 5 kilowatt, and here is the installation of a microwave, very cleverly hidden up here. And down here we can see the constant velocity joint, new one, 2 years old, a new mixing elbow, and a new soundproofing over it. Here is the greaser for the stern gland, and here is the back of the engine. This is a 100 horsepower Yanmar 4JH3TE, and it's got twin turbos and an intercooler. Gives it 100 horsepower. I'll show you the other side. I'll close this door up, and there is access here to the front of the engine room. I'm just going to stop this now. So here are the doors that we just had opened. I've closed them up now, and I've taken away the panel, which is over here now, for the engine. This is the starboard side of the engine. The dipstick for the oil, access for the diesel filter on engine, and there is of course access here. You remove the steps and you can see these 4 screws, and then you have access, complete access to the front of the engine. So access to the front of the engine just here, and we're going to go into the nav station area, and there is another full door giving access to the port side of the engine, and there is this little white tape here is to mark the handle for the pump out of the oil, so that's very handy. There is a overkill, I believe, but it's not a gas engine, but there is an extinguisher here, automatic, and there is a fan up there, I don't know if you can see it, that will exhaust the air out of the engine room. So here we are on Rhapsody. We're going to go down into the galley. There's a step here, down through the galley, and we're going to show you the master cabin, which is beautifully redone by the previous owner. Look at this woodwork, it's fantastic. It's done in the style of the rest of the boat, with the shadow box and lots of lights, all LEDs, reading lights either side, another one up here, I believe offshore we put red tape over that one, so we had a red light in here. And I'm going to close the door here and show you the hanging locker. And lots of drawers here. Another 2 big drawers under here. And in here is a holding tank for the aft head, which we had the previous owner put in because we couldn't use the boat in the USA without it. So that's the main cabin, beautiful centerline double berth, and spectacular. En suite with the master cabin, we're going to show you the head. Here's a handbar, very convenient, big mirror, and the door over there leads us into the head. We'll go and open it, and notice the joinery is beautiful. And this is the aft ensuite head. There's the shower, separate shower with a curtain that slides across. Beautiful teak floor. And here we have electric toilet, hand basin, mirrors, lots of storage, all beautifully done. And you'll see that the woodwork is magnificent. It's all very, very beautifully joined. And there's a nice handrail here, a sturdy handrail. So that's the aft ensuite head. And here is the open window that we saw from the other side. And this one also opens the same way on the port side. So that's it. You have a good view from down here. If you're tall enough, you can actually see the bow. And it's goodbye from us. Say goodbye, Nancy.
Goodbye.